Sydney's going to assemble her, is it going to be a shoe rack or plant stand? Shoe rack. So to start on this little preparation, go ahead and mark the center. So it should be 10 inches wide. And mark that, obviously at 5. And then we'll do that for both of them. Okay, then you're going to take the two that are going to go in the middle. You're going to mark half of 1 1/2, which is 3/4. If you can't figure that out, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines on the 1/8 inch side. So you'll make that mark. Little mathematics for the woodworking folk. That way we can line those up and center them. Also helps when you, if you ever did like centering up a painting or something at home. It's a really easy way to do it. Okay, so those are going to be marked for that. Okay, so we're going to start. You might want to figure out which ones you like the best. We're going to start with these on here. So she's got to do these still. So we'll do glue. No more glue than this. This is important. Everybody wants to use too much glue. Obviously, you got to make sure these fit before you start gluing. Make sure everything goes together dry. We're going to flip this over. Okay, so the gun we need to not point at me. We need to shoot right in the middle. So the middle and about 1/2 inch in. Then you're going to take a ruler, because we're going to sand all this off anyway. And that way we don't hopefully miss with the nail gun. So we'll mark those. Okay, then when you shoot with this, obviously you need to take the glasses on. You are going to keep this parallel and perpendicular to the wood. So we're not like this, we're not like that. You're going to put pressure on here. That's going to counterbalance what's happening down here. So the weight of your hand, hit the trigger once. Sounds like that, sinks the nail. Okay. So, put your hand on top. Beautiful. Do the other one real quick.
I missed the one.
That's all right. Should be all right. If you're picky and you want the exact distance in there, that's up to you. You can measure it out. I'm not that picky. Close enough. Beautiful. How we doing on nails? We're about out of nails. So just to make sure, she's gonna probably next nail will be out. Unfortunately, this project takes a lot of nails. We could probably keep these in here. The head of the nail goes up on the top. We go all the way down. So here's the head of the nail, here's the body of the nail. That goes all the way down against there. When you see this, that means you're out of nails. So now we're good. You're going to putty all these nail holes and sand them off. So that's a lot of puttying to do. So squeeze a little bit of putty out. Okay, and then you're going to have to sand all that off. So you can see where the putty line is. That has to be sanded off. If you don't, the stain or finish won't work on there. Okay, so these are our middle ones. We're going to start putting this together. So on the two ends, we're going to do a pea-sized drop of glue, so like this. Okay, no more than that. So Sydney's going to take the nail gun. You're going to need help doing this, so find somebody to help you. If I'm not available, you're going to have it flush here, tight here. She's going to do a nail here and a nail here. And a little bit right there, push hard. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, then you're going to hold this. Once we get this together, then it'll be a lot easier to start putting it on. So again, same thing. She's going to do nail, nail. Okay, the other thing that's super, super important, these have got to all be cut to length. So some of the students have not cut them to length. If they're not right, then none of this is going to fit. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And then if something doesn't fit later down the road, we can always just trim it just a little bit. Okay, so go ahead and do that one. Press a little harder on your top. Then it makes that sound. Go ahead and do this one. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing at the bottom. And then we're done gluing at this point, okay? So just these we're going to do for glue. And then we're going to be done with the glue part, okay? Okay, and then one thing, if you are at a little bit of angle here, we're okay because we're kind of nailing into this side piece. So if you have to tilt this a little bit, you can. And let me push this in a little harder way now. Okay. Good. And then we'll do the other side. Okay, so now we have our ones for the middle that are already marked. So we can line those up. Again, we're not going to do glue on those. Let me make this mark up a little higher. We're good. Okay, go ahead and nail that. Okay. Okay, now because everybody's could be a little bit different, the reason we did it this way is we're going to put these in. And again, if they don't quite fit, we can always trim them just a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to guesstimate the distance here. So just eyeball it. If it looks good to you, then shoot it. If it doesn't, then get it to where you want it to be. So she's going to do the same thing for this one, same thing for this one, same thing for this one. So that's the end of the video.